Welcome once again to another exciting evening of YS Convo. You don't know, so you use Truly is here once again, JJ. Next to me on my left, she's here in the building once again. None other than Kavi, you see me? And of course, you know, so to FR left, you have the artist see me there with me again.
Stick one there,
stick one in our building with you once again. So we have another interesting topic, of course. You don't know, so your viewers' choice. Dear men, what can we do to make you happy and keep you in one place? I'm not sure you love your sound of that still, but you know that.
Yeah,
so you don't know, say your first time viewings, yeah, just jump in. You don't know, so I can't state a name where you're from. Mystic would have like to know. And subscribe, please and thanks. Like your video as soon as I come in, share as soon as I come in, see them where we go pay some bill, come right back to the topic. Yeah.
Ship for less. We ship just about anything that you may want to have purchased overseas. Our rates are very competitive compared to all the, let's say, the name brand in the industry. We do free delivery in and around Montego Bay, on the outskirts of Montego Bay. You can visit our Instagram page at #ShipForLessJA, Facebook ShipForLessJA, or you can even visit our website at ShipForLessJA.com. We are located at 4 Sewell Avenue, which is more commonly known as Upper Deck. So for all the Montegonians, you should know where Upper Deck is located, and we're located off the steep hill on Top Road. Check out our webpage, complete our sign up, which is free, less than 2 minutes. Make sure and sign up.
Yes, man. Welcome back once again. Of course, you know, as usual, the call-in number up on the screen. You can take part in our live discussion. Send a voice note if you're shy and call in to talk to Kavi or Mystic one tonight. You don't know, you can always send a voice note. See him, we are. Just jump right in our comment section in our live chat said where we try and respond to the comment them as best as possible. You know the part they work out already. Mystic say have a giveaway price, so just tell him not really tell me so. Can't quote him on the still because he didn't tell me why giveaway price. And he didn't tell me for tonight he might give it to either, you see me. Mystic.
Talk
to people. Alright, so of course, dear men.
Kavi, read the question.
Yeah, Kavi. Read the honors, please and thanks.
You're putting me on the spot.
No, it's a woman. Clearly, it's a woman. Write this so.
Okay, it says, dear men, what can we do to make you happy and keep you in one place? And that's something I'm really curious about, like...
Give us peace.
How?
No problem.
Peace. What is peace? What do you consider to be peace, though?
No weaponize. No cantankerous behavior.
Mm-hmm.
No me. One. Yeah, just...
Mystic, how about you? What do you what can a woman do to keep you in one place and make you happy?
Cook and cook.
Well, I always grew up on here the saying that the way to a man's heart is through his stomach. So you better can cook.
Yeah, cook some good food, but as
myself, Miss Alex, classic.
But a real note still really just want peace and thing and support for the most part. But yeah.
The thing about that is if a man is truly not at peace with himself, there's no possible way a woman can come and give him peace. Like if you are at peace with yourself and you meet a woman who's at peace with herself, then she's going to come and enhance your peace. But if you are not at peace with yourself, no matter what she do, you will never be pleased. You will always be unhappy because internally you're not at peace with yourself.
But like you put that to say, if you find a woman that...
I was so surprised when she said if, to be honest. I must say I was surprised when she actually said if. But yeah, the fact she said if, I'm going to add to it. I'm like that still. Alright, based on the question overall, Zane, because the question is coming from a female. And said, what can we do to make you happy in terms of you, the female? with that simple means, yo, that must have you already at peace. I would want to say, because you can't at peace. If I go give me no form of peace. So, would I just assume so the female is already at peace? Now, it boils back down to what that female might see
As peace.
being at peace. Because if that female used to this toxic kind of behavior maybe from past, then in a fear way of being at peace is, well, me not searching
Toxicity.
phone too often, and you know, me not raise my voice for them for every little thing. I mean, used to do that before. So in a fear, it is she's at peace and she'll deliver herself to the best of her knowledge to the man, present herself at peace.
I mean, that can be a perspective. However, for me, my piece is like, if there's something bothering me, of course, I want to have a discussion. Like, I want to have clear communication. I used to be at a space where I used to shout, but I realized taking a step back, like, shouting doesn't really get me anywhere, get anything done. So, but of course, I am not going to bottle up anything inside of me. I want to have a conversation, a healthy conversation. And if it gets to a point where we're having the conversation and it's getting heated, the first thing I'm going to do is tell you, listen, pause, time out, clear headspace. But we're going to get back to the topic or the conversation, because healthy communication also brings forth peace. And if you don't know how to communicate in a healthy way, then it's always going to be trauma drama. Always going to be toxic.
In a healthy way, what do you mean? What do you mean in a healthy way?
In a healthy way, like, be open with the conversation. Just be honest, you know? Just explain to the person how you feel, what you want, what you're, just learn to articulate yourself in a manner where your person you're dealing with is able to comprehend whatever you're going through or what is going on.
All right. Where that is concerned, Zane, very good point. However, how female receive is not the same way how male receive information, that is. Zane, now, as a man, you can be the best communicator there is, but communicating with you is like talking to a wall, because your persona overall is, you're just argumentative about everything, you're combative, you always feel say there's always a point to prove, you always feel say if there's just a slight chances of you thinking that you are right, you must stand up and let him know that you are right. And once you have a case like that, and this is just me speaking as a man, speaking as a female, I don't know your experience of such, but me can say this. I have never, ever seen a peaceful, successful relationship where a female is always combative with her spouse, with a boyfriend or husband. I have never seen. And you realize, make sure something add peaceful in a successful, because a lot of people will tell us that they have a successful relationship because they gone over maybe a decade, 2 decades, so they will count that as successful. Maybe I don't really know what is success, but I don't see that as success if you're in our relationship and you want to spend most of your time on the road. You understand? And where the female is concerned, like every time you see the man, your body just cringe and all of them is looking for something, but at the end of the day,
You're still together. Like, a lot of women are sleeping with the enemy, and that's no denial there. A lot of people are in relationships and they don't even like each other, yet alone love each other, but they're attached to each other. Sometimes it's just sexual bond there. There's nothing really substantial there, and that's just what it is. So I definitely get what you're saying. A lot of people are just existing in their relationship. They're not really living. But in terms of having a relationship, yes, you do have women that are combative when it comes to certain things. And you also have women who are able to articulate how they feel, just expressing what is going on, and they just like to find a solution. You have women that are solutions oriented versus women who just see the problem, just pinpoint the problem and just focus on the problem to bring more problem. You have women just want to just express what they're feeling, their partner to get along with what is going on, or they can come to an agreeable, they can come to a mutual agreement and let the thing flow evenly.
So what percentage of females do you think are no, whereas their spouse or boyfriend can just say something to them and them don't try to debate back and forth? What percentage of female you know in this modern era who can actually, just like we're sitting having a discussion now, they can have a normal, regular conversation.
Hello, caller.
You actually display your disappointment and share my views, vice versa. You have a call? Caller, you're live on YS Convo. Go ahead. Good night, caller.
Hold on.
Caller, ready for you? All right, within a year, a caller, you can call back as soon as I get a chance.
You hear me now?
Yeah, man. Caller, did it. Hello, you hearing?
Yes, man. I'm here now.
No, let's give you some volume.
Yeah, I hear it clearly?
Yes, I can. Yes, I'm hearing you quite clearly. Are you hearing me clearly?
Yes, sir. I'm hearing you now. Good night and welcome to YS Convo.
Wonderful, man. First and foremost, let me say, great conversation, great topic, great panel. I came across your channel earlier today, and I really like the topic. All right.
Hold on.
Cool.
Question. Sorry to cut you. Question. Am I speaking Mr. Nembard?
No, that is correct, sir. Yes.
All right. Big up yourself, man. Furthermore, may I forget that shout out. Big up yourself. I take your time out and view a couple of your content same way and kind of like the direction just the same. Still
My feedback on that topic, is what does it mean to keep us men in one place? Do women want to keep us in one place in the first place? Right? And is it a case that we want to be bonded to women in that way that you're not allowed? Because here's my thing. I believe once you have crossed the threshold of marriage, at that point is when the woman you are now a team, you are now a couple. That is where everything starts for me, or you're in a committed relationship. Everything else is just a build up to there. So men, we have been over this over and over. We are simple creatures. We want peace. We want a level of, some people call it, we want cooperation. Peace, cooperation, and just that. Woman to be our side piece when we need do the things for us that we can't do for ourselves. You know what I say? Women can take a house and make it into a home.
Them not like a side piece start, so make you support. Yeah.
The support,
Yes.
the support system.
Yes.
Yeah, right? The support system, right? When we come home and we had a rough day at work, you understand? We want to know, say, we're not going home to another battle after we've done fight for 8 or 12 or however much hours you fight the world out there. You don't want to come home to a round 2. You want to come back and say, all right, cool, I'm going home to the person who is going to pet and pamper me and patch up my bruises, put on my band-aid, and I'm speaking all of this in a sense where mentally she's doing all of that for you and make you know, say, tomorrow morning you're ready to go take on the world again for her.
You know, not to cut you still, but it's a question that ever come to my mind a lot of times. One a female ever really think about it, say, oh, that's all we really come home for most side time. Like literally when we're done, that's all we really want to come home
Question
to.
though to you, gentlemen, have you created that space for her to be that way in your life? Because if you haven't created that space for her, there's no way she's going to be at peace with you. And it comes back to what I said. If you're not at peace with yourself, there's no way a woman who's at peace with herself and trying to be your peace, you're going to be able to acknowledge that if you're not at peace with yourself. So are you creating the space for her to enhance your peace? That when you come home, okay, me know say, oh, baby, I come home from work, 7 o'clock, I have to make sure saying dinner ready. How was your day at work? You know, talk to me. Let me be your peace. Let me enhance your peace. Let me be your comfort. Let me be your safe space. Let me be that person for you. If you don't create that space for her, there's no way she is going to be able to do all that. And a woman, naturally, we want to do that for men. But if we have to be constantly reminding you all, it's going to sound like a nag. If we have to constantly remind you of the simple things, then we go start some nagging, then the relationship is going to get miserable and bitter. So it's a two-way street. You can't just, well, oh, we want peace and we want peace. If you don't create the space for her to really enhance your peace, and if you're not at peace with yourself, there's no way that it's going to work. I've seen relationship where women are doing the most for their partners, and because that person is not at peace with himself, he's just in such a turmoil mentally, there's nothing she does help him. Like, he had a problem with everything.
Well, guess or not, there is always exception to the rules, and if there's an individual that is facing a situation like that, I would refer tell that person to seek counseling. However, you stated that is the man creating that space for the female to be at peace, so that when it comes home, like, just think about that. I am going to work. Let's create a scenario. I am going to work, right? You're a stay-at-home wife, girlfriend, whatever the situation is, right? I am taking care of everything that I'm expected to take care of, right? We're on the same page so far.
Taking care of everything, like what?
Everything,
like
paying the
bills,
everything you can think of that is required of me.
Be specific right now, because I want to get it clear.
All right, so
paying the bills,
providing security, every single thing you can think of that a man would normally do. For a woman that is not.
So being a provider and being protected.
Everything you can think of.
Okay.
Is there. So I'm gonna ask you now, as a man, being all that, what exactly are you requiring from that man for you to consider as a safe space or a safe haven for you to ensure that when this man comes home, you don't annoy him then? Let me just make it simple. You don't annoy him then because you tell yourself, say, well, are you actually creating a safe space for that female? What exactly do you see as a safe space for that female if the man is already going out there and doing all that he is expected to do?
I mean, being a provider and being a protector is one thing, but are you emotionally available?
That is the biggest issue. Females will always have. Males are not emotional beings. We're not emotional creatures, and females need to understand that.
No. Males can be emotional too.
Can females
males are
be
emotional.
critical?
Beg your pardon?
Can females be critical and logical?
Of course, we can be the critical and logical. Of course, we can.
We are two different beings.
All right.
Go ahead, Mr. Nembar.
Yeah, man. Let me pitch in for a second, because what I'm hearing is a lot of word salad. All right. What I'm hearing, I came across a couple of things. One is called conditional femininity. I can be a feminine woman if you first put me in this place and make me this person.
Yep.
You are either a feminine person, woman, or you're not a feminine woman. A feminine woman will act in a particular way. All right. Now, my message is to the men, and she spoke about men providing that space. As men who are supposed to be leaders, it is your responsibility, all right, to provide a space for the woman that you want to come into and enhance your lifestyle, make you a better version of yourself, help to make you a better version of yourself. Now, let's go back to the choosing process, because we have skipped over even that aspect, right? Now, what I'm hearing, it sounds as if suddenly someone in a relationship realizes that, oh, he is not providing the space for me to be feminine. It starts at choosing and vetting the person you desire to be with. Now, the vetting process is a lot of things that so many of us, especially in our hookup culture, skip class 250 miles per hour. We don't vet our partners. And what happens is, most times is when the picnic come, then what we have is baby mother and baby father.
Drama.
We don't have a relationship.
True.
We have baby mother and baby father. Zine. So many people get themselves caught in the quagmire from an early stage without an understanding of get yourself the tools so you can choose the type of person that you want to be with. Right? Us as men out here looking, us as men who do the 9 to 5, we don't see 9 to 5 making it on the dating scene per se, you know. What we see is the chop of them and the X and the Y them. So for young men, and them just come out of high school or whatever, going into the working world, these are some of the things we cannot show them off. You understand? So that's what I'm getting at. We have to first understand what we're getting to, vet our partner, ensure that this is actually the best fit. Not because him have the hot car out there so, and him have the this out there so. Because if, trust me, as a young lady, the guy where you see, if you like him, and you think him are the best thing since sliced bread, 15 other women line up either in front of you or beside you, forget him. Right? So that's a lot of that it comes down to as well. We have to know where we are, know where we want to be, and the sacrifice we need to make to get to where we want to be, because everything in life is about compromise. You're not going to get everything in a one package. What are the things that I can work with, and what are the things that are a definite deal breaker for me? And that's where, many of us we don't have that conversation there.
You're absolutely correct, because especially as you said with the hookup culture, and this is something that I've been observing for quite a while, where people they're see me like you, we have a vibe, and we start having sex and everything, and then baby come. No, what a baby does now is start enhance everybody's personality. The conversations never had, because a lot of people, as you said, it's just the straight hook up and baby mother and baby father come into play. So what you see a lot of people now, when they get pregnant, they don't know how to handle certain things because it was never discussed in the first place. And this is like 80% of the culture these days. Right? Like a lot of people just,
80%, that's true.
a lot of people just hook up, and the thing about it, if you want to hook up, that is fine, but just let the person know plain and straight, like this is just the hook up stage, so nothing serious. And as a person, if you know that that's what you want, just to hook up, I just believe that it's the woman's responsibility to protect herself, because a man should protect you, but at the end of the day, you have to also put some amount of accountability and responsibility on yourself to say, okay, I'm hooking up with this person, I have to ensure that blah, 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 and I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? So if that's the culture, and if that's what you want, just do it consciously. Simple. But in regards to the thing like being your piece, like again, what do you consider for your piece, Mr. Nembard?
All right, my piece is, and here's how simple it is. My piece is have a woman that I can speak to, have a woman that I can come home to and feel like I'm not gearing up for round 2 of a battle that I had all day today.
Okay.
It has always been said, men are very simple. We are very all right. Look, you ever heard a lot of women say when they meet this guy and then go to your house, all he have is there's a sofa and a fridge, or all he have is a TV and a fridge. That is 100% okay, you know? Most men are okay with the bare minimum. It may seem like, what you call what people may call worthless or whatever you want to call it. Most men are okay with the bare minimum, right? Family can have some food to eat, family can have money for go to work, the XYZ and all of that. Many men are okay. You understand? No. The woman who can come in and make you understand, say, bro, watch out. Your men know say your house good and everything, but say so-and-so would make it look nice. Come bring your feminine touch, Zine, and that boosts him ego, boosts him self-esteem and all of that as well, more than what he had already for himself. You understand? It is quite simple. No bag of cuss for nothing at all some of the time.
But what
and because someone mentioned earlier.
Man, don't just get up and
just let me land. Let me land for a second. Someone mentioned earlier about men being critical, rational, and women being emotional. No, this battle is in our solve. because I have a theory that says everything a woman hears is filtered through her emotions, and everything a man hears is filtered through logic. Two different beings. We're not going to find middle ground in that. Men are going to be logical, women are going to be emotional. Don't please. Trying to make men emotional is trying to make men into women. Not gonna work.
Yep. No, somebody totally disagree. No,
But
somebody totally disagree.
them always said this, and it really and truly like it don't really work. It don't really work because even the men with them choose show you say it don't really work. The men are really and truly emotional. They don't really want them.
I mean, the thing about it with emotions are based on what you feel, and if you feel happy, that's an emotion. If you feel sad, that's an emotion. So emotion is not all about the crying and the emotion. There are good emotions and there are bad emotions. Everyone has emotion. Everybody feels emotion.
All right, me make you understand then. Kavizine, why you don't really find that emotion something here with men and why it doesn't work or make sense for men. Men put it, most men by now would realize that them being emotional or showing an emotion side don't help nothing whatsoever in their case. It more for hurt them than help them. So what would be the sense of let me use myself as an example. You say, I wish sometimes you'd be more show your emotional side more so you would be able to understand me more. Now, you saying that you want me to show my emotional side, you really ask me to be. You really ask me to think like a female, if somebody can understand how a female really think. Now, I'm going to say to you, I'm a male. I only know how to think logical. Zane, being emotional or showing emotion as a man has nothing to do with a man even crying. Because the toughest and the strongest a man can cry, so that have nothing to do with emotions. But what some females sound like them want is when you start talk, the way how you and your girlfriend them process information and share between each other, when you bring that to the male or your boyfriend or husband, you expect him to have the same level of understanding and work with the same, because a female understand you at work when you did say to she. If your spouse not react as if he understand it that way to you, is like maybe he don't really care or such, but at the end of the day, we just look on it that way and say, guess what? You feel a way here now, you go feel a way here maybe 10 minutes from now. Deal with it. Find a way out to deal with it as best as possible. The reality is, and as I say, we go always the exception to the rule. So, not because I say to you, say, male are logical, females are emotional. You go find male out there who are well emotional. And you go find female out there who are really think logical. Believe me, me buck up one and few. Here's the sad thing about it. Most females who think too logical, men don't really find them attractive. Just like the males that be emotional, females don't find them attractive. So you have to really think about it. What is it that you really want? While you're asking for man to be emotional, you're really asking for feminine men. Feminine men is not what females really want.
Emotional availability, that's what it says. Emotional availability.
No, it's either you are or you're not. Just like as he said it, it's either you're feminine or you're not. It's not something where you switch and get emotional.
And that I get it. However, what I need to understand, women actually do appreciate when a man is all in touch with his emotion. Yeah, women do appreciate.
Pretend like you care is what you really have to tell me. Believe me. I really got to say, women really like when men pretend like they care, sound like the interest in the conversation.
Not pretending, because if you're pretending, then that means the entire relationship.
But that is the reality for you. But if you're not that way, that's what we do.
Jason.
All right, let's ask another male. That's another meal.
All right. So here's my. All right.
Do you pretend to care about what your partner is going through, or you actually care?
All right, watch her.
All right.
A lot of times she has said things as the master will process things differently. So a lot of times she has said things, and to me, I'm most like she just talk. So me did the most like and just nod my head for the most part. And
we don't want you to say nothing. Just listen.
And that kind of
you're making my point. We're just pretending as if we care by just listening brilliantly. Sometimes we really don't care. Because
no one piece yet.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say to you, because we're logical beings, We are looking at the situation that you're present to us and say, you know what,
In a
a joke
good
business, this is
solution.
not yeah, make one big deal out of. To you, it's a big deal because you're emotional being, and that's just it. What you need to understand is if your man sit down in front of you for half hour and listen to you, say thank God you have one man willing to listen to you for half hour, because really and truly he may be in zone out after the first 2 minutes. And if you sit down and just give a listening ear because he wants to let him really care. But I am sitting here and I'm just telling you the truth. Most time we really do not care, but we try to show that side here. We say, yes, you really can contact with me, baby. Maybe you can come tell me what I go on at work. Let me hear what your boss do you today at work. Maybe
Alright.
here. We really don't care. Honestly, I'm just
Alright.
say. Talk to us,
All
man.
right, host. All right. Yeah, host. Let me kind of try to bring it home and try to understand that being emotional and being practical actually works, right? You spoke just now about she coming home and saying, "Tell me what happened today," and she go come and cuss the girl where she not like. You understand? The reason why we zone out is we are engineered to cut through all of them, cut through all of that and go straight to the bone. The question we're always asking, what do you want me to do
Solution.
about it? That is the only thing we want. When you come and you come to us emotional and say, okay, honey, this, why this, why this, all we want to hear is, okay, you're having a problem, what do you want? We are geared, we are engineered to act.
I
The
bet.
women are engineered to to a certain extent control how we act, because when you come home and you say the boy backs me over and rated it, you understand, you're telling us the problem, right? We want to hear is, so what you say, you come with me, we're going to done that.
I bet you not cut the
We
conversation.
want to act.
I
That
bet
is
you
what
don't cut the
logic
conversation
means.
to 5 minutes. You already know says a half hour conversation you go have with her. I bet you not cut it to 5 minutes because you already see a conversation go lead.
You can't
Because
do
you're
that.
a logical. I
You
bet
better
not
sit
try
down and
it.
listen.
You better sit down and listen everything down to the end. Even though you already know where you going.
Yeah.
Because that is just how we process things as
Yeah.
well. We already hear right start and you know, we see the pattern. So we already know the alright, you know more than likely she's gonna expect a solution from me as the man. That is the reason why she even tell me in the first place. You think you can brave enough to cut him in the first 2 or 3 minutes after that era? Stop, you don't have to tell me no further. He good. You will deal with it. No, you better sit down and listen till it's done and then ball if the ball.
I'll give no solution. I'll give no solution.
But that is what me I try to get her to understand. So it's not a case like say, yo, we don't really care about your feelings. It's just a case where most of the time it's just how we think, and then have nothing to do with we don't love the person, but that's just how we think. We can't change how we think unless you want to pretend. But that is what I'm saying to you. Most men will pretend, and you will take it wrong that, oh, but me they talk to this guy one time and he's such a very good listener. He this and he that. You might be surprised how good someone is at pretending
The
because
thing
what?
about it, Jason, too, you have some men that are emotionally immature and some men that are emotionally mature.
And as I said, there's exception for the rules, and I agree.
Yeah.
I will agree. But
So,
those are the ones that
emotionally,
you females
yeah.
don't really like.
What?
You females don't really interested in one day. What emotionally, this and emotion. You don't really respect them one day. Listen, you don't talk about them all the while. You don't show them no respect. You don't just want, no, you don't talk to them because you want to have them as somebody you can relate to and talk to and tell how you feel and so. But really and truly, you don't really show them one much of a respect. We listen, you don't talk about them one day.
You see him as one of the girls.
I'm going to speak.
You see them as one of the girls.
For myself,
Exactly.
I do respect a man who listens to me. Not just pretend to hear what me I say. And then 5 minutes after me go off a flip because what I just explained to you, no. And those are men that are oftentimes emotionally immature.
Okay, so here's my question to
A
that.
relationship, you know, with somebody
we-
like that.
That's emotional.
Emotionally,
I want meal.
emotionally immature and emotionally unavailable
Emotionally immature
are
relationship.
words that have been coming up
Successful.
quite regularly. Can you give me a definition for what do you consider as someone who is emotionally mature and emotionally available?
A man that is in touch with his emotion, meaning he can control his emotion. So it's not, as I said, it's not about matter of crying or whatever, but you can just, this is a feeling you're feeling. Because the thing about with emotion, a lot of people, they don't only feel their emotion, they become their emotion. So instead of like, you just feel what you feel and get it over it. Like for me, I can just feel upset and within 2 minutes, I'm over it. the entire situation. I don't become the emotion, and just for the entire day I'm just Miss Captain Grumpy Pants. You know, I just process what I'm feeling. So you have men who are emotionally mature, are men who, as I said, are in touch with their emotion. They're able to process what they're processing and just identify their
Okay, so here's my question.
But,
Here's my follow-up question.
go ahead.
Do you believe that there's a set of? Do you believe that men and women struggle with the very same emotions?
No, men are more direct with their emotion, while us as women, we go through motion. So we take a longer time to process our emotion. Men are really direct with their emotion, but some men, as I said, they are not really in touch with that, because I've met men who are really emotional, and it kind of just like,
Turn
okay,
it off.
dude, you're doing the most.
Yep.
Like, you're doing the most.
Turn on off.
So what is,
Alright.
what is the line? What is the line? What is the line? What is the line? What is the line?
What is the line is, I don't mind you telling me what you're feeling and process it and allow me to like come to a solution. So okay, thank you. But if you go over the edge and start like scream at me and start like, alright, this is just an example. The other day I met this guy, right? And we exchanged number. Within 24 hours he blocked me. And this is how it happened. After it asked for my number, I told him I was heading to work. I'm going to be busy. I don't really use my cell phone much at work because of the type of work I do. I can't really use my cell phone. He asked me what time I'm getting off. I told him, and he's like, okay. He texted me, but I couldn't respond because I was on the road. The next day, text again, and didn't get to respond because I was on the road again. And this dude like called me and he was like, you know what? I know my worth. I know my value. And you're making me feel like I'm bothering you. You're not responding to my text. And I'm like, dude, it's just 24 hours. Like, give me some time to process. Again, you don't know what I'm dealing with. And he was just there getting overly emotional about, he knows his worth. He knows what he wants. He's not thirsty. He's not chasing me. And I'm like, where all of that come from? Like, so that's
Yo, give me a chance, me answer.
you can't. I really need it from
So
a male
that is-
perspective, but for me, like I think
Yo,
he's really
You
emotional.
want answer Miss Embody on my side for her.
So watch that encounter she just explained, right?
Someone
Is what she want other men to be
no.
emotional and in touch with our feminine side. All right. Now, let me elaborate a little bit on that. All right. We spoke about emotions earlier. Let me explain something. Men have emotions that we struggle with 99.9% of our lives. And if we, at any point, lose control of those emotions, society as a whole is in chaos.
Crumble.
I know you would. I don't think I need to tell you what testosterone is and what testosterone does. Right? Now, testosterone is an angry drug. We walk around fuming for no reason 24/7. Why? Because we're engineered to fight and protect those who are close to us.
From 0 to
Now,
100.
if at any point we lose touch at controlling those emotions, society as we know it becomes non-existent. So those emotions you're speaking about, where women are allowed to express, you can cry as a woman. If you're walking on the road and you stub your toe, there's a crowd around you as a woman coming to, oh my God, look at her. Oh my God, poor woman. Whereas if a man walk into a wall and tear off one side and face, all of us look at him and say, I idiot that he never see you wall.
A man blow that man.
Right? A man blow that. So this is what I'm saying. When we hear people speak about men not in touch with emotions, this is why I asked the questions earlier. If men and women struggle with the very same emotions, no, we don't. Right? When you speak about civilization could only happen where men start to control their emotions. Men want to do stuff most of the times what is no criminal. Many times men want to do that because we have been trained to control our emotions. Society can run in a way that women can now say to us, okay, since you are so in good control of your emotions, here's the thing. Come over and start experience our emotions as well. Since your emotions didn't allow society to stop, come and take some of our burden as well. Understand what you're doing from our end.
I want you to hold
It doesn't
for a
work
minute.
like that.
I want you to hold for a minute. I'm just gonna give her something to think about, right? This is a did you know? Did you know that 70% or more of males in either regular jail or prison are highly emotional than who is currently
On the outside.
on the outside? And it has a lot to do with the explanation that you just gave. You see this thing of emotion that females like yourself wouldn't mind if men show more. Most of those men did not get that opportunity or didn't know how exactly to control their emotion. And when male cannot control emotion, that same
Chaos.
thing that he mentioned of testosterone,
Chaos.
I'm telling you, it brings chaos with a snap. The same men that you will see on the news that I know YouTuber, you can't ever use certain word anymore, that will just get rid of our entire family, including the wife, kids and all that, and then just get rid of itself sometime and go on the run. Those are men that cannot control emotions. So while you're saying that you want men to show their emotional side, there are certain things we grow on here to say just left you alone. Certain things the best, but just left you alone which part of this. So when you see one man, they being self and him a act in a way how you know say how society set it, wherein you know a man supposed to be of the particular way here. Just make him be himself, because at the end of the day, while you're asking for emotion, you want men to show emotion, and everybody understand and know how to really show emotion, what level of emotion for sure, when not to show emotion. And most of these men, they're behind bars because they don't know how to control their emotion. Somebody just say something to them just like that, next
Feelings
thing you
hurt,
know,
man.
a handcuff, they find themselves in what happened? Boy, me not even know, you know, say, the man just react. Emotion, they don't know how to control their emotion. So guess what now? You see the man who actually know how to control it, and for them we have control it, is lock it down all entirely. Don't question it, left them alone. Don't ask boy, someone we need to show emotional side, because as me say, men who show too much emotion, they're not respected, neither by females or society on a whole. And those are the men most females do not even take serious to have a serious relationship with. Yes, you will say, yes, I like when a man can, you know, let me know how you feel, because if me don't know how you feel, me can't this, I'm not gonna open this, I'm not gonna open that. But the reality is, I'm not sure why females tend to question so much about how men think, how men operate, when we as men, we just accept a female to be a female. We understand, say, yo, we're not highly emotional, we're not emotional being. So when we see Lisa thing in our ball on the place, we try to understand and know, so you know what? Give her some time, she will heal. With female, no, you know have no heart and no feeling, because imagine say that do me and you tell me say yo go your belly heart every month, your belly at your chop. You go and say yo you can't get used to that pain by now. Most female might take that as so much of a big disrespect, and the man not care how she feel and she in a pain. But the reality is, I just how we think and see, we go look and say, well, if you're 15, you go through that and you're 40 now. Like 25 years that we are talking about, you must get a master that pain by now. It might sound a weird because we really don't know how you feel, you know. But at the end of the day, I know because we don't care about your feeling. It's just don't people look at you someone and say, yo, if we are feeling pain for 25 years, we must know if we master it now. Because we know that by 15th and next month the pain go come. So we must know if we I just so we think females might look and say, no, stupid way that you think of it, because you're not a female, you don't know how female feel. Yes, we understand that we're just logical beings. So we go just think logical, and the way of thinking logical is by the 15th of next month, you know you'll feel pain again. Find whatever you need to find to avoid the pain, and that which about the pain, we tear the ear bitch about the pain. I just so we feel.
Okay. The thing about it, with everything you just said, you have made some pointers. The thing about it, women are better at navigating emotions. As I said, emotions, everybody feel emotions, because emotions are just motions that you feel in the process of time. So how are you feeling right now is a state of emotion, whether or not you like it or not. whatever you're feeling right now is a state of emotion. It's just that women are better able to process and navigate the emotions. And when we said we want a man that get in touch with their emotional side, sometimes what we're there to do is to basically help you filter what you're going through and help you process it as women. And that is one way we can also help to add to your peace. But if you are not prepared and equipped for her to be that for you, then there is no way you are going to be emotionally available for yourself, let alone emotionally available for her.
All right, so let me just ask you a quick question. Let me just one quick question. Give me an example beside me being in touch with my feminine side, because whether you want to use the word feminine or you want to use the word emotional, I same thing me go see it as. Besides me being in touch with my feminine side, give me another scenario of me creating that peace for you.
Creating that peace. First of all, for me, this is just my thing on the world thing. A man cannot create peace for me.
Then why did you say it in the first place then?
When I said created
that
a
man
space.
creating that
Creating
space,
peace,
peace and space for that
Create
female in the
a
first.
space. Like some men, alright, you'll be in a relationship and you tell the person exactly what you want and they're doing the total opposite.
Then you leave. That's it. Yeah.
You're doing the total
You just
opposite.
left that alone. You just
So
left
when
that
you say
alone.
women are nagging, women only fuss about the things they actually concerned about. They see the moment she decides that she not care, there's a moment you're gonna get all the silence in the world, and sometime when that silence comes, it's just going to be detrimental for you.
Mr. Nembard,
Yes, sir, I'm here.
what's your question?
So,
Hold on. Just watch your question. You remember the scenario where I shared just now with you and the dude, and within 24 hours him block you because he get emotional, Zane, based on the exact picture where you paint. They could just flip it right round. You are the person. Try reach out to him 24 hours, multiple times. You try to reach out to him. Somebody where you just know, you really want to get to know him because maybe you're single, really, and truly you're really single, and you really want to get to know the person here. And the person you're telling say, oh, it's because of my job. And this person, you know, Piapa, now work 24 hours out of 24 hour feed days in, but never even return a call to you. When you call again, the person say, oh, because I don't really use my phone. And a full 24 hour, because I think so that kind of maybe breach a 24 hour, but maybe not reach a full 48 hours based on your explanation. But just saying, say reach 35 hours in, think about it now as a female. Do you see anything wrong if a female say, well, me try reach out to the boy, Rob and Jamaican me again. Me try reach out to the boy multiple times, boy go give me the impression very clear, him now no time for me. So me just block him, me now no time for waste. You see something wrong with that?
I mean,
No, just yes or no. Open-ended question. Open-ended question. Yes or no. You see something wrong with that?
a little,
Why?
because I think within 24 hours, it's not enough time for you
30,
to try.
35
Yeah,
hours.
it's not enough time to process to get to know somebody. First of all, for me
Get it, try.
personally, try to call him.
Yeah, if respond or return and call or message.
All right, so the Friday
You
when
not
I met,
answer nothing.
that's
No, me just
I'm
wanna give you a yes or no.
explaining.
No, don't explain it. Just
I
answer me
did
the-
reach
Yes or no?
the day after.
The day after.
Yeah,
you did
because-
earn a block. You did earn it. The
mean,
reason
I
why you
don't
did earn
care.
it. No, me go tell you why you earn it. When you flip his script, me realize how you're cautious
Yeah.
when you have to answer as the female.
I was
version,
just
right?
explaining
No, me don't
to
want you
you what
explain. No, me tell you why
happened.
me don't want you explain it. Because as the female, you hesitate to answer. Reason why, you know the moment me say to you, say, yo, oh, block the boy because me not have time for boy waste my time. Because you know in yourself, so you find time for who you want to find time for. No care how busy your day want to be. Once you get a chance for rest, relax, you go take up a phone, you go check who did I call you, you might return some message, but if you don't find this person important none at all, then you're not going
All right,
to have the
this is
least
how
interest.
I
So-
work personally. Me, this is
Yeah.
me. There, I will have my cell phone in my hand, and there'll be like 30 messages on my phone, and I will not respond to them until I feel like
Then
I
you have
have
all right
the
to block
energy.
you.
Yeah.
No need
so-
to wasting time.
again,
So now
but
you-
the thing about it, within 24 hours, I just still don't think that is enough
Yeah,
time
man.
for you
Yes,
to
man.
try to, like, for me, like, oh wait, why Orifa, brother?
I'm not hurry, but
Yeah, like,
but
but-
him just see it, say you're wasting time because you're not even giving him, you're not even would return a call or a message where you can use 30 seconds and say, you know what, me go.
did.
No, you already explained when you actually do it.
The next day.
You tell me already how you do it. So all I'm saying to you is if a female was the one trying to reach out to a man and the man pretty much now give her no attention idea and go use busy as an excuse, then by all means if a female can block the man supposed to can block him.
But
Big up yourself, you
I
man, to
do
have
not
standard.
listen.
Talk
I
to
mean,
me.
have your standard. Of course, everybody should
Of
have
course
their
he needs to block you.
standard. I
You deserve
mean,
it. You deserve, and you have to proudly say you deserve it. If you know you're busy, like, come on, me don't want you to take it as a something wrong.
No, listen. Listen, Jason. When we first met, I tell him, listen, I am going to be busy for the day, and I'm on the road, so I can't use my phone. By the time I got home, I was so exhausted. Me never have time for the phone. Let me just put it down, take a shower, and go sleep. The next morning, I got up. My first focus was to repair my garden. That's it. I was just doing what I was doing, and then in the afternoon, I actually reached out to him. Hey, I apologize for not reaching out to you earlier.
Fake apology, but continue. Fake apology, but
I
continue.
apologize for not reaching out to you earlier. I'm on the road. I will call you soon.
We never call him while in our garden and repair garden.
I was.
Yeah, man, me know. Yeah, because you just never find it important that
I mean, I was using my
Alright.
phone to play music.
Let's just call a spade a spade. Your life too busy fame. Him realize say nah go make no sense. Him block you, him move on, go on something else. So be it. You continue with a busy life. Moving on. Well, where were we, Mr. Neymar? Where were we?
I was looking at the chat, sir, and the chat is saying people make time for who they want, full stop. So regardless of how much excuse you go come with, if a somebody we in at the first, because what they say, you know, first impression last. If his first impression
The thing about it, but
got you, so to speak, juice is flowing. Trust me. Lunchtime you would have to sign 5-1 high.
Mr. Nembard, the thing about it, the first conversation we had, he said, me nah look here, no, cause me don't know if you have a man or not, me just want to be your friend.
Yeah, you don't like him, believe him. You never believe him. So nobody
like,
use that.
she know.
You know front in there. So listen me.
She know.
If nobody else knows, you know that. So nobody with it.
Hold on, guys. Give me a second here. You see, his approach right there is one of the hallmarks of what you would consider as a feminine man. Zine, here one. You go to her, you see it, say, she look good or whatever. You really want her. You don't want to go into the friend zone, so you don't want to step out and state his impressions, state his intentions off bat. Right? Him go throw it out the fella, look sideways, beat around the bush. And you really want to look, you know, because you goodly have man already. You understand? A masculine man will come forward and just make you know point blank, say, oh, this is it. You understand? This is what I want.
And that's what I
Right?
was
And this is one of the this is one of the reasons as well. You understand why she did not find time for him, because that is a feminine or what you would consider as emotional man.
And as you say once
If it was a G step to her and point blank say look sis and state what you want right away. It's either you're gonna say yes or you're gonna say no. But at least the man know what is what. So you can move on.
She know no lie, you know. She know no lie because watch her right here upon the show we talk day in, day out, night in, night out. When one man approach you for the first time, don't make it no trick on us females. Up front we all look. The nice talking, the this, the that. Oh, we want to get to know you. Yes, we want to get to know you. How soon we can get the front. Everything else that come after the front.
Argument done.
Everything else are add-ons. Up front we all look. God, you know, we don't know why so hard to some of them get like, no, he's so nice, but he never show me no sign like him. I just no, him different. No, and every man still like you know, Jason. Like me get it so often from female. Like no, you have to understand Jason. Every man still like you. All right.
Like, to be honest, when he said to me that me not gonna bother look you, me say, okay. You're not gonna put it out right there, but you go beat around the bush and come on with it. And the next day, like when he just texts me, like he called me like, I'm not chasing you, me not thirsty, me know my worth, I know my value. I'm like,
that's a thirsty without saying thirsty still.
Because the man get up in his feelings, the man get up in his emotions. He's an emotional man, feminine man. That's why I responded that way. A man would have said, okay, watch out. Me expect, for example, all right, every man have expectations, right? If I give a girl my number, right, or if a girl give me her number, there's a certain length of time that I say, all right, cool. If she not respond to me in X time, I know say, worry about it. Delete it and move on. Yeah, me not do the block thing because that's a waste of time. See? You just delete her number out of my phone and move on. Me not call her back and make it to her and say, no. That's a girl thing.
Understand
understand?
that did it. You're mad? So they sitting there for when you're young and fool and you know you just a lost a road, you just a lost. But when as a man and you build yourself a certain way and you know your worth, like what they female love about, you know your worth. You know when we as man know we worth and you have like a standard, it just look weird to some of them, you see. Right now I know that supposed to feel so weird to see one man black her in a one day. Like seriously man, really do that one day? Yeah man a standard man knows the options out there man. The man knows say, oh yeah, in here look here. Alright, that is a yes, I take long for answer. As men they say still, the man know his work. The man just tell himself, say, ain't gonna waste no time. The reality it is, our schedule busy, so be it. We understand. Well, at least him understand now.
The thing about it, and this is what I tell people all the time, like, I am a slow communicator, especially through texting. Like, me hear a message, I'm not coming, but I will just definitely not rush to respond to them.
So you give people your number for?
Like my business customer, my business contacts. No, my business contacts.
Why you give out the number?
Because it was technically it was business for me because I have. You may see him as a client. Me never see him as somebody
some
where.
Can always some time.
Me just see him as a client. Yeah, that's it.
But you know never that in my meds though, right? So you deceive him automatically and you realize him catch up quick.
You know you were.
Yo, big up yourself, yo. Big up yourself. Every time some love when the man them brain a Kings are sound of brain for click out there. Yeah, sound of brain.
Yeah man. State your intentions. You understand? And if you're not getting what you're expecting or you're not getting the right signals, then move on, don't waste your time.
And I tell this brother plain and straight, listen, I don't really pay attention to my phone that much. Like, I just stay like me go home right now, the phone I just get put down until tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon. Like, I'll just respond to who,
important to you.
Like, messages that are urgent to be responded to, yeah, but like, me message up on my phone for 4 days straight and me not even up in or look pan in.
Yeah, man. Me a people.
But that is that statement is counterproductive what you're saying about business, because a business person, every business person I know, and I work with a lot of people who have small businesses. You understand? Them are the people who always want to check their phone.
No, for our business.
So to say that is a business,
no,
or you understand?
I know my
always be in touch with your clients.
My personal messages, I don't fool around that much. I don't.
So 2 different phone. You know me interview you know 2 different phone or same phone.
The same phone, but I know the business clients different from the.
Yeah, so you pay more attention to the business message them. So
I must apologize.
Which one I number?
I call Cap.
Business or personal one?
The personal.
Or you give me personal one if I did one business and see him as a potential client.
Because at the time just punchy. Yeah, because I was in a hurry.
Watch out, you just focus with it, you know. You just focus, you'll believe all yourself.
I was in a hurry, I was heading to work.
Yes. Big man, big up yourself. I can't say you dodge it.
More like
I hope you watch YS Convert and hear what she said. She confess. You were just a client, a potential client. Big up the comment section, yeah? Oh, Mr. Dunbar, yeah, you sending your message already. Angel Bobby, big up yourself, see you yell up coffee. DJ Swazo and I building, big up yourself, see me Swazo. So what was the point of you giving your number? Yeah man, see me exactly, people make time for who they want. Karen Walker, big up yourself, see me Angel Bobby again. That's too much attention to be given in less than 24 hours when you just meet the person that is being needy. No, I don't really see it as needy. It's all about getting to the point. As me say, the man meet to start talk to your front him, look, you don't just have to get that in your head and forget about all I pretty talking. Everything else after front is just add-ons. Work with it and understand it and know say just so you guys, just a reality. Where she are so transparent. So why you give him a number? DJ Swaz asked that again. DJ Swaz said business. So if you don't pay attention to your phone, why would you give out your number? And pretty much ask the question on me ask you still, but you don't know if you answer, so answer still. That no make no sense. You hear that? If you're a businesswoman, you know your phone will go active.
Active.
Yeah, I think we can just call a spade a spade. She just saying exchange number. She wasn't sure what she wanted at the time, if she really wanted him just to be a client or possible a good friend. However, she just never really have the time for him, and him ain't want more than just to be a client and also a good friend. So him just no matter waste no time, he just call it off and say, you hear me? Go on your ways. You're too
Block
busy
and
for me.
delete.
Yeah, you're too busy for me. Nah, work out. Moving on. Right, that's a thing there.
The furthest he could have got was friend zone.
Yeah, man.
That
Right,
was his best option.
Right, that's a main go, man. And spend some money if you spend some money. But just to jump back on the topic still, Zane, all right, my response to this, because I never really give my response to Kavi still when she asks it, but my genuine response to this is, I think the question here where it says keep you in one place, I think whoever think about this was really talking about sticking to that one female as your partner. Like, that me really see it as sticking with just this one person as a partner. So the question is all about what can a female really do to keep you, the man, one place where she there, you know, there nowhere else.
Well, in my on my platform, and I usually say, look, a person who a cheater will cheat. There's nothing you can do to stop a cheater from cheat. Right? So regardless of you could have got to the ends of the earth for them. If it's someone who is going to cheat, they are going to cheat. And this is why it is so important that when you're vetting the person you want to be with, a lot of people, especially women, don't think that the past count. Right? As a man, if you're a cheater in the past, aka gallus, who are them man they get the girl them, you understand? Or as a woman, if she was a out the girl in the past, you know, the vetting process allow you to kind of cut your losses as best as possible. Not to say that you're going to find somebody who will always be faithful to you, but you increase your chances by doing your due diligence.
True that.
You understand? So this is where the past, the resume comes in.
You know, I first
So,
ever hear
the best you
somebody
can do.
said a word that a way they still, or you say it a while ago. Like, or you use a word a while ago. Ho there, you know?
Yeah, I mean,
The girl was ho
Yeah.
there. You know, ho
Oh, there.
there. Yeah? Me don't ever do it intentional, but me kind of catch it still. Yeah. Yeah, if the female, you know,
Yeah.
ho there.
Oh,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, it comes down to
if a man wants to be kept, he
Yeah.
will be kept. But a woman will do, as you said, go through the ends of the earth to keep a man. She could have flipped it like a Chef Gordon Ramsay. She could have throw it down like a Pornhub. If he doesn't want to stay, he's not going to stay. You know, a man, there's nothing a woman can do to keep a man that doesn't want to be kept, especially in one place.
yeah, and I mean that is true. I agree with you on that one. But what I was saying is that, right, it works both ways,
Yeah.
right? It works both ways. Because if this is how I come to the concept. A cheater got cheat. So especially ladies who always, for example, they want the footballers, they want the artists, they want the this, they want the that, and expect that man who has a world of options of women to stick to him, to her alone. And when he go up on stage show, woman a drag off in clothes after him,
Heights for.
and around the so then line up and take off them clothes for him in half a bad week. You understand? Whereas the average Joe who you see working 9 to 5 down at Mr. Chin in a Mr. Chin storehouse, you know, look for him because him not going away, him not hot. You understand? At the end of the day, you get what you pay for.
Yeah.
If you pay for you see in Bolt or the top stars them, it comes with a package. And one of the packages, it is very unlikely so you're gonna be the only one.
Yeah, that is why I keep
If you
on
buck up-
tell him, say, a female born with them value while a man have to work with fame. So while
A man has to create his value.
earn fame by working hard to gain a status the way you like and a million other female like, you know, so easy for you come and try keep get a man there and keep him in one place, so to speak. So it depends on the kind of man what you really want as a female when you decide or feel say yo you can keep a man one place, because you have to understand a man peak value is a total opposite of a female peak value. Your peak value is between you being a virgin, you losing your virginity. That is your peak value. In reality, a female peak value really and truly is between the ages of 18 and 28. That is a female peak value between ages of 18 and 28. Your most attractive time, them time there. You know, meet all like money man them, most of the time in them time, you know, prime years that. For a man peak value most time don't start until after 30, 35, even 40 for some. So, you see, because both our peak value is total opposite, most female now look at it say, you know what, this man, him no want secure down, him no want this, him no want that. Most female when they are at that age, no man really can talk to them, and them tell themselves say they at a road, them can change man just like that, you know. And what them the most of the time they run up them body count while them at it doing that, and then they want to compare themselves with a man and say, yo, but if you can sleep with so much woman, why it's the problem if the female sleep with so much man? There will always be a problem, because just know you damage your value. You literally damage your value what you born with, while me have to go to go create my value in order to even attract a female in the first place. You automatically attract any man by you just being yourself. You just being present. You automatically can get sex by just showing up and say, hey guys, pull up your blouse. You see man run come like some fool. Like it just sound away, but it's in reality. Much male can go downtown now and say, oh yeah, hear me. Much man can look fine now and say, Coffee, we go make a bet. Put downtown right now and see how within the next half hour, see who can get the most phone number. Come on, that man would be a total idiot if you try that with you. No matter how good he fee saying look, no matter what car he fee saying want to drive. Because I guess I know what percentage of female in that half hour nowadays in go lucky enough to meet and can actually get them for even want have a conversation versus exchange number versus you as a female. If a journey say, oh yeah, you hear me, I go talk to 20 man, and I bet you type 21, we can exchange number with 15. I not go down if you look at me and tell me that. Don't damage your value and then try to compare with another man when a man just a feel peak value after 30, because at the time the man actually start see real money. Man start understanding your worth more after 30. Between the age of 18 and 28, the same peak value of a female. Most men will work with any money. Any money in terms of man not really stand up and say and defend money when they're young, like our bigger man. That is the reason why I can give a perfect example. If me a 22-year-old and Mr. Dunbar a 44-year-old and you go give both with the same job, if you decide say, yo, you know what, you are the boss, you go spend the money, you go want to spend the least amount of money to get the best of service. You go know in yourself, so you know what, when me can look on the 22-year-old and half I'm $15,000 for the job, because him now no rent the pay, chance I'm gonna still live on a parent's hope, him now no rent the pay, he now no picnic for worry about. Maybe you have one girlfriend, but the 44-year-old you go look and say it's a big man, chances are if you have picnic, go picnic in maybe high school or possibly even college. Who you feel more than likely go give that job there to half of $15,000?
A 22-year-old.
And because the logic is pretty much there, even without somebody explaining to you, because you consciously you would know that, you know what, at that age, him not really have no, in a year it is, he not really need no big money. That is the reason why when a man reach certain age, him demand more in terms of money, respect, everything when you reach a certain age, because that is a man peak value. But yet when a female meet a man at his peak value, a female he come in and say, yo, I want you to be monogamous. But at the end of the day, them not understand, say, yo, when a man work hard to gain a level of status, me I tell you, it come with a lot of pressure. Not saying man if you just give in to every anything, but the reality is you have to know. So yo, diamond not easy if you come by, and that is why diamonds are expensive. You were a diamond before you give up your virginity. A man work hard and become a diamond. So think about it. wash over you can get anywhere. That is why it don't really mean much to nobody. But the diamond mean a lot. So you go realize, yo, the man work hard to become a diamond. You know he levels thing, go. You know you start a what? All the something the man you normally start a one, then you go a gold, then you go a platinum or diamond. You know that little ladder something there. Well, it is totally opposite because the female actually start out at the ice, which is normally the platinum. You start off at a platinum, and depending on how much body count you rack up, you can actually maintain that. And even when you reach even your 30s, a man can look upon you and say, you know what? If me said a girl can generally go through 10 years of her life and sleep with only 2 or 3 man in a 10-year time span, something this me can try and work with. Totally opposite if you go tell me say you've been through 15 man. I say, well, but things happen and if one never do work out what I'm supposed to do, that go tell me say, yo, you're a very poor decision maker. And if you're a poor decision maker, how can I take you serious? Decide say, yo, me go and go the forest of marriage wherein you go carry my last name, you go carry on legacy, everything. I just saw most men think, me not think for all man, me can't talk or think for all man, but me just can't say. That
in general,
men who reach a certain age and start demand or have expectation, work and standard. What female afraid of nowadays. But yeah, I'm not really want to preach too much hallelujah. Talk to them, my son.
Amen, my brother.
Yes, man.
Yeah, but I think you wrapped it up 100% in that like a monologue right now, brother. You understand? I don't think I can say it any better. You understand? Because what they say women age like cars and men actually age like wine. You understand?
Normally use
because
normally use female age like milk and man age like wine.
Lord.
Yes, man. They hate when me use terminology. They hate when me use car. Woman hate when you use no form of object towards them. Unless you are using diamonds, of course. You can refer to a female diamond when you refer to them, but they don't like you use car and mileage and all of this. Right, true, but then call with dog. And we have to just live with it, don't?
Yeah, we just live with that. Yeah, I understand. Because the truth is, back to the topic, you know. You understand? It comes down to choosing. And here's the thing, see? Women have a thing they call intuition, and they swear by intuition that it is the most scientific thing to get the right outcome. But if you check a woman at 25 years old, right, ask her how long she's been dating, most would have been dating for 5 to 6 years. A vast majority of them would have been through 5 to 7 men or 5 to 7 relationships already. Now, does that speak good of your intuition or does that speak bad of your intuition? Would that say that you have had good, you would have done good picking skills, choosing skills for that time, or is it horrible choosing skills?
Most will
the 1 or the 2% of women, the 1 or the 2% of women grab the husband in high school and 20, 40 years with a marriage. You understand? So I mean, when it comes to, because to go back to it, somebody who don't want to stay, not even the father above can come down and tell that person to stay. Because here's the thing that is different from back in the days to now. Back in the days, people view marriage or a long-term relationship as a duty, right? As opposed to now, when it's so, it is so evolved around feelings.
Yep.
It's about how I feel, right? So you know, feel good tomorrow. You're depend on your monthlies. You don't like him no more. You broke off the relation. I don't feel good.
Me go tell Kavi maybe she never even think about either. Zane, Kavi, me know you might all disagree too, but so I go you disagree all the while respectfully. All right. You believe say a male, Zane, we love you just for you, but a female will love a man based on the terms and conditions that he actually provide.
Repeat.
A man will just love a woman just for love's sake, but a female genuinely, in most cases, I will have to say in most cases, majority rule, in most cases, female only love a man under conditions of security that he can provide and how that man makes her feel. And I'm just piggybacking on what Mr. Nembar just stated. Do you believe that is true?
Yeah, most women do love a man that definitely provides for her, especially where security is concerned. That's the kind of men that most women gravitate towards.
So you don't think there's a problem with it if a man can really love you just for you, but a female go love a man based on the facts, how the man really makes she feel?
I won't provide.
Because feeling can change. What if something happen where you know make you feel away no more? That is what happened in regards to what I'm just saying. Marriage back then was a duty, now it's all about feelings. So because it was a duty then, females back then would normally understand that, you know what, I'm not gonna always feel this way. People do change. Females evolve, males evolve. The man who you married to 15, 20 years ago is not the same. He go out the road every day and he have a total different experience of a new world, new era, everything. So we go have to understand, see your changes go come in our relationship just the same. I will have to adjust and I will try to adapt and I will try to see how best we can continue working with each other.
And that's
Now,
where
it's
compromising
totally
and
different.
communication comes in. And as you said, feelings do change, of course. And it all come back down to this now, like, what do your person or what does your person consider to be loved without you even telling the person that you love them? Because a lot of people are in these marriages and stuff and they don't know what their love language is, yet alone to understand their partner's love language. Like, not all the time we're gonna be peaches and cream. They're gonna be ups and down. You have to learn to honor the cycles, honor the phases, and that's where you're gonna know if you have a strong relationship or not, if you can really sit down and discuss certain things, having the hard conversations. Like, really just get down to the bottom of it. Like, this now work out, you know, what are we going to do about it? Can we do this? Do you think this will work? And, you know, say sometimes you're going to have to compromise a certain thing. Is the person that you're with willing to do that? If not, then it's going to break apart.
Yeah, but
But the thing about it is that, you know, we place right now, many of us place the cornerstone of relationships. We think the cornerstone of relationship is love. You understand? Some people that I spoke to from my platform have been married for years and years. A lady said to me, she's in a relationship for almost 50 years. Sorry, not a relationship, married for almost 50 years. And she was saying that there are some spikes in the relationship where she no love her man. None at all. She don't love her husband, but guess what? She sign up for it and she know if she sign up for it, it's like she say, I know say at some point that feeling that will come back. Because here's one thing again, love itself is a feeling. You understand? Love is a feeling that people act on, so this is why people say love is an action. People act on that feeling of love and feelings change.
Yeah,
so you can love somebody today and for no problem whatsoever, you don't love them tomorrow again.
But to add to that, what a lot of people don't really look on to, well, even say a lot of people, a lot of females don't really understand is more in tune and this love, this whole feeling and this whole love. Man,
She said love language a while ago. I try to understand what you mean, like love
language. It's all about, for example, you have to look at your woman every day and say, I love you, send text every day, I love you. You can't just touch that by just touching certain way. Maybe, you know, say she like, you know, walk up behind her, put your hand around her, kiss her neck. You know, even though you don't want to have sex, them the people consider as love language same way. Maybe just holding her hand certain way, playing with her palm her hand. Yeah, them liquor something. The people have different ways. But in regards to what I say, man is all about respect. We are respect driven. And back to the same jailhouse business, a lot of man in a jailhouse see me because they felt disrespected and never know how to channel their emotion after they felt disrespected. Most of the things when you see man do, they act with someone they felt disrespected, man. Big fan respect. So man, you know, a relationship with that man 20 years and the man genuinely don't feel more romantic, man. You know, feel like the woman love him none at all. But get on know that female might never ever one day try to disrespect him, talk down to him, make him feel weird. Literally watch man and woman, their girlfriend and boyfriend, everything talk about him in an argument with the girl, and the girl bend over, pull on her clothes and talk about him. You understand? Big and brawling. Pan road in front of people. Like, if you did cut the dude that day, no blood no run, but he never react. Like, you know, if I shock him, he shock, but he never react. Me no fool. Me no say, yo, if she do that on road, worse than that go on in the yard. I mean, here's worse than that go on in the yard. But we just say, that's one of the biggest things you can do. A man will knock you the hell out in front of police and know the consequence will go come because you felt disrespected. For a female, it's all about love. You know, show me no love. And then I don't know, you have a female where we say, yo, girl, you deserve better. Girl, you this. Whereas a man, and another man a reason he said, John, oh boy, you never move like say you love me for a day, you never business. You can't look for me sick and me say, so she stop cook for you. No, man, I want thing, no, man. No, me go to bed hungry, man, I cook my food, said we, man. Me shirt them, I want to go to work. Me. So she still do all of the duties, them, and that is what Mr. Nenbara refer to. With back then and now, females back then know say, this thing is a duty, because I guess I know, you never sign up to do nothing at all part-time. And you expect the man to be traditional and stick to every single role I agree to in terms of providing for you as well. But at the end of the day, most female people say it's a part-time thing for them be a wife or a girlfriend. Although you have some girlfriends say them not the wife duty, they fool. But anyhow, one next argument to say them my girlfriend they not the wife duty. Like, how do you even become a wife if you never one girlfriend? But anyhow, as men say still, the reality it is, I just saw it thing said. But then them see it as a duty, they understand the whole thing, them work with the flow and they understand the night. No,
the thing about it, most the millennials are now the ones that are really getting married. The thing about it, but then,
Where just say? Really getting married now?
Yeah, most millennials I know are getting married.
Lowest marriage rate.
Yes,
yeah.
man.
Right.
Divorce rate. Marriage rate down. May I tell you?
Anyways, the millennials that I know that are getting married, first of all, like, all right, for me, I work with a lot of people on a day-to-day basis, and I work with a lot of elderly couples that have been married for like 30 years, 40 years, and I ask one particular question: what kept your marriage going for so long? And the number one answer for that particular question is they have to learn to compromise and communicate, because as I say, like, they've hit part in their marriage where divorce almost filed, throwing out almost gone, but when they realize, listen, this is what I signed up for, how can we make it work? It takes a lot of communication and compromising. But this era nowadays don't understand what that is, because first thing first, as you said, marriage to some of them is a duty, and then we have this perspective that, oh, me not slave up myself to nobody, because nowadays some women look at marriage as like a slavery thing if they have to do everything. Whilst you're your husband, your partner in a household, yeah, men are supposed to help with around the house chores or stuff like that. You can't just leave everything to the woman. Oh, you're supposed to take care of the house. So like it creates it needs a balance. You
know what happened? Me know the answer to it. Because all of that, you know, you don't actually feel so you have options. Because back then, most female don't know the man them in the community. If they want to talk to a man who don't a clap, you have to send one little bit with a message with the right from people or tell the people to go tell them down there. So most female don't know in the community, and because of that, they normally keep they did have more tunnel vision. So they focus on the relationship. You see the phone, you see TikTok, you see Instagram, that's how I give female this delusional thing where they think they have a lot of options. Now they can see man from all different walks of the earth. So to them they have a lot of options. So like, come on, you can't talk to me like, you know, much man are sliding on my DM and all of that deal, you know, so me look
you
good.
See, what I've come to realize, and this is something that I want some females to understand. Yeah, men will look at you and find you attractive, not because a man desires you doesn't mean that he values you. So you can come with the prettiest talk and everything, but really and truly there's no value there to you, and just see you as just
sexual attention for the most part.
Me think me have a discussion already, Kevin, but me not quite remember. But me think me say to you wearing what trick a lot of these females in, they will think that they can attract the highest quality of men out there, as in man when I top 10% earners, looks, all them something, etc. But really and truly, as me say, as a female, genuinely, you can actually have sex with most of them men, the entertainers, athletes, all of that. But can you actually retain any of them? And that are the trick with a lot of the females, them what them get now. Because a female will have been good man and mash up in relationship because he get tricked by one man, what he tell himself, say, yo, is of a higher caliber, Amanda, fame, status, everything. So him say, yo, watch out. No need to say this a fool boy and man over there say they run me down. But really and truly, the fool man, yeah, he may mean you the world. The one over there say all he may see as is just one front.
My thing is, if you want, as a woman, if you want a high value man, if you're not high value as a woman, it makes no sense. Either you go take the time out and work for yourself
But
to become
what
a
makes
high
you high
value.
value?
That's the next thing I want to ask. What do people consider as high value men and high value women?
All right, so me think it's more simple as you have to find out from we as man first.
Yeah.
What do we really value, or what we say as the highest value? It go come back to purity. It go come back to
When you go find that
femininity.
in this
It go,
day and age purity.
no, we're getting somewhere. No, we're
Like
getting
in this
somewhere.
day and age where the whole culture
Oh,
is, you know, funny. I was talking to one of my clients today. She's 77 years old, and she said to me, one of the key things she said to me, back when I was younger, I was hoeing around a lot, and I think my hoeing, I took, like, she's like, my whole phase, I think I spent too long in my whole phase. And I like, what? And she said, yeah, I think I spent too long in my whole phase. She's like, the thing about it, the whole phase is something you cannot skip. And when she was 21, she got married, and she was married for 20 something years until she got a divorce. And right after her divorce, that's when she was in her, like, just reached 39 in her divorce. By the time she reached 40, she was just like nothing but a hoe until her late 60s.
So you mean so much you can't skip? So is that a
Like,
normal?
she's
Is that
like-
a normal thing for a female?
Like,
to
you
go
just
through a whole
want,
phase?
you want. That's what she's like
Yep.
explaining to me. Like, it's a normal
Nope.
thing for them to.
No, I don't
go
think
through.
it's a normal.
agree.
I don't think it's a normal thing
Don't
for a female
agree.
to go through
That's a choice. That is a choice. That is
It is a choice. So host, it is a choice that more and more women are making
It is a
based
choice.
on what social media,
good.
the music,
Now we are
the,
talking.
the culture, where the culture is going. That is what they're telling them. Go and get that back.
You know,
Remember, back in the days when the father was in the house, because even when I was dating in my community, bro, right? When you meet a young girl, you're a young girl at that, because you spoke about being in the same community, right? When you go to Master John and his wife, you have go check. Then that, I have no problem with the wife. The wife good. But so when the daddy come in, you better know say that different thing, because he must sit right through all of your bull crap.
Yep.
Him know all of your plans that you have in that, and he must make you know straight up. So bro, I'm gonna tell you something. You understand? So what we don't have now is the men protecting them daughters in the household anymore and show the daughters what a real man look like.
And
So what they
that-
come out
that I agree
and
with.
social media tell them, the artists tell themselves what tell them to skin out and dash out and say at one man effect. You understand? Say the Uber man them know them what Uber people know them man in effect. You understand? Instead of saying to them, look, you see that you run this up, where you having your friends list, where you having a friend zone, at them that you would have your best interest at heart, But here one, you have to run through the whole phase first before you realize that the nerd what they see in a school who nobody never like. Him got on multi-billionaire and I know you want to run complete with all of your problems at 15 people.
start it. You know, say a long
That is
time
the
I did like you. I true me did shine. I true me did shine. Me did like you for a long time there, Yeah, man.
As if men no come with the same crap.
No, man, we don't do that. Something. God knows that we don't do that.
What-
We
what
don't
do
talk
that-
favor,
what
man.
do
Me not see that.
Men do
Me not
that.
think we do that. No. Me not think man them
do
really
that.
out there sitting
Men
there.
do that.
Do what?
Come to you after in high school after then do them foolish stuff. Come, you know, say from high school me did like it was a me did shit.
Yeah, cause front him and look at
Yeah.
a relation.
Front,
That are the
front, the man want.
No, the difference is, you see a man now who make it, who run go the finishing line, wait for him to come, for dip and fly, and I say, you know, long me like me, always believe in you, Always, hey, me used to hear them girl chat, and me did not say have the potential in you, because female would do that for a relationship. The man now go tell us a long time he like front him and look, that are the difference.
True.
No man nah see you go through all these struggles and them beat out there and them this and them that there and then turn up and say, well done. Now that you've went through your whole phase, I am now ready to settle down because I don't think that you want to have anything else to do with any more men out there. I think you have received enough men. So now I am here and I'm willing to work with you.
And I am willing to be the stepfather to your 8 kids.
Yes, because I don't really think I want any kids, and I don't think you want any more either. So I'll be more than happy to be that person. And of course, I don't mind being number 36. I'm gonna make sure that you don't have to move on to number 37 there. I promise you that. I'll make.
You see,
every
ladies, these men don't have a problem adding to your body count. They will never take you serious. So it's up to you to value yourself and just know when to shut them down.
I tell them before we do it. I'm afraid for talking.
No, seriously, like, she was like, yeah, she thinks she spent a little long time in her whole phase and their stuff. Like, she was just elaborating, and I find it funny, because I'm like, well, at least you've acknowledged certain things there, and it's somebody that I can learn 1 and 2 things.
So feel say in that whole phase, if she literally go sleep with people she need to sleep with.
I mean, she said it, she mentioned it, she sleep with people she's not
She have
sleeping
one
with.
now?
She's married now. She has been married.
Man.
As I said,
Yes,
her
man.
first marriage, she got married at 21 and she got divorced at 39. And then right after that divorce, that was her whole phase. And then at age 60 something, she decided she want to get married again. And she and her second husband
Okay.
is now married for
60 odd.
17 years.
Okay, so what she did, she divorced her husband of X amount of years to go into the whole phase. I can almost guarantee 80%, 80 to 85% of the time,
She did all
as she filed for divorce.
Yeah, man, she did all the long
Our
time.
friend them in her ears that tell her, say, left the boy and take some of my money. Right? And I could go on girls trip.
What transpired the divorce, I
See?
never asked because
We know. She did all the long time.
Oh,
We know.
She doesn't feel
Trust me.
guilty because the wedding ring maybe they burn her finger and all of that, and maybe again too, maybe one of the man what she good away feel say is a better replacement what she ain't leave him for.
Turn
Maybe
her
they
down.
don't really want her.
Turn
So
her
all
down.
of that just get under her and she just man a dog. If I road me no business. And then after that now when she rub out now, you use pencil and you rubby till you have to bite if you get one little piece of rubber left. When she reach this and now, she find one little simp out there what just frightened and say, I
Nah, good
understand. Don't be like those men. I don't think your past should matter. How many men you sleep with should never matter to a man. It's about the person you are now.
If she did really happy, she would come back and tell us, say, she spent too long in her whole phase.
Could trick me. All me can tell her say is,
I mean,
if you
she
can't
does-
choose man,
She
if
would
you
come back and tell
can't
her.
choose man, so you have to jump
I
from one
think she
to the
was just
next.
talking. She was just like, she was just saying to me, like, you're young, you're pretty, you have a lot going on for you, and I just like the fact that you're just focusing on what your career.
Do you think I motivate you and try
And she was like,
So
what-
she tell her.
yeah, she's like,
Motivation,
do not
yeah.
go to the extreme. Like, her exact words to me today were like, do not
No,
go
that
to
whole
the
phase so
extreme
long.
with the whole phase. Like, if you have been
so she not tell her to not do it, she tell her to not do it so long. Oh, me get the coaching now. Me understand,
Don't run it flat.
no, she's
Yeah.
like, just
No ribbit.
like,
No ribbit. You can't drive bad and make it bust up. No ribbit.
she's like, just don't overdo it. You can
I
explain
lick some
what-
patois.
but just always remember to protect yourself. And I'm
So host,
No lie.
if you dissect what the lady is telling her, the lady is not saying to her, pick a man and settle down and try to have a long-term relationship or marriage with. What she's telling her is,
Keep up.
go and go run the road.
But
You understand? But when you see the tires, when you see the thread them, when you see the wire them start show, you have to ease up a little bit.
Alright. So what
No
you
running out until it bust a ring.
They don't like when we use the car terminology them, but what you know, me find the perfect one for it. What she basically I tell her says, you can run the tire down to nothing at all, then, but just when the tire done and you rim it and the tire damage, just buy one tube, put in and pump it up tough. You not gonna know the difference because when you looking go see one bouncing wheel. That thing go see one bouncing wheel. Bouncing wheel.
Exactly.
Yo,
And just go and do your thing.
God knows that. Hey, and them man, they make you look bad for we sometimes.
She not happy. She would have happy and come tell us how she spent
Me.
too long in her whole phase.
Like, to be honest, she was just joking about it.
No, what kind of
thing,
like,
so?
laughing, but
You think so?
I just think she was just trying to just let out some stuff.
You know, say me just
But she
start
was
hear that word here
explaining
like the past 3 years or
her
so.
husband. She was like, her husband was pretty wild.
Oh, the whole phase.
Yeah, where Jamaica get this whole face from? Let me guess. I could have
It's social media, social media.
From now.
Whole face.
We could have never.
You know me, I wonder too.
This could have bust my brain. I could have which side of the world now. What if I hear Shardon in Africa?
That's what I
What
said.
about
No, sir.
the US?
No, so your mother can't US. Your mother from
What?
Jamaica no follow fashion.
What?
So Jamaica no man them no follow fashion. They follow US. No, sir. They would have
Jamaica
never.
is
Actually,
so
what can you use?
Americanized. Come on.
God no.
Jamaica
Take you
is
so
so
tight. Take
American.
you so tight. I can't use. Take you so tight.
Can't US.
Hey,
Because we know the things, we know the slackness with them are going out of US, and we know it's a Jamaican. No Jamaican woman
Yeah, we
can
know
do
we stop
that.
in
God
that.
don't subscribe to that.
Please. Oh, please.
So I must somewhere else to come from.
Oh, please. As soon as one of them come up with something, every Jamaican want in it. Come on.
No one get the bag.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. So everybody know I walk, every woman know I walk one bosses, bitch. But yeah,
So here's the thing.
That culture come from.
When you have all these boss chicks, right? Because 99.9% of Jamaican and by extension Caribbean and North American women are boss chicks. Who are they the bosses of? How many of them have actually
Or
ever
the
written a check,
employees.
paid somebody's salary?
Or the employees. That man.
Who are the employees?
The employees of all these boss chicks.
I always wonder.
Inna the head here. Inna the head. Inna the head. And then I head the employees them sit down. Then go overnight and buy themselves in the house, cool room, hot room by themselves. Go make them cup of tea and then roll up under their sheet and then draw for one sex novel and then draw for Netflix and then go watch a little sad show them. And so, oh. Yeah. And then go back the next day with them chest high night here again. Yeah. Alright. Kitty. Yeah. And then the next morning they roll out again. Who I'm so independent, I'm so strong. Like, yeah, I'm gonna show you, Cav.
Don't need no man.
Cav, I'm gonna show you how life set. Zane, Cav, our next thing they say, most women not like, I will never like neither because them just not like logics. Me, I say them like, you know, sit on side. Anyhow, yeah, they know say the more money a female make, the less option a female have in terms of
Men.
choosing a man, a
Yep.
good man.
Because
Then why do you want to be a boss chick?
Did I tell you I want to be a boss?
No, not
you per se.
But you know, not majority rules, and nowadays most women want
It's
to be
the
independent.
culture, and I believe
What
social
culture?
media have a lot of influence on
On the
young
culture,
women.
on our culture.
Yeah,
First thing, we don't
like-
even have culture again.
No, exactly. We don't have
We
no
don't have culture again.
I think social
Hold
media
up,
got
hold
some of us messed up in the mind. Like social media have some people thinking like, yeah, as Jason said something earlier, social media make a lot of women think, yeah, we have options when really and truly, reality speaking, we don't. And that's true. And me not try make Jason feel like say, yeah. It's
No,
the
man,
truth.
you know
fact.
my thing
Like,
connect already, man. All if you don't want, give me props,
as
man. I have
much
to
as
give
how
you.
we think so we have options because 50 man in our DM. So like I say, most I think they just want to know so me can come at us so come get the kitty and go about my business. Like men do not have a problem adding to your body count, but they will never take you serious. And the more you make yourself available to them, the less they respect you. But they don't mind the
You have a
convenience.
Facebook account?
Yes, I do.
How long now you have a Facebook account?
I've had, alright, so after I graduated from high school, I actually created my Facebook account.
How much friends you have on Facebook?
I don't know. I have checked my
more than
Facebook
1,000
account.
though? More than 1,000?
I think more than 1,000.
So, you think you really need so much fake friend?
Posted on Facebook. I haven't even checked my Facebook.
No, me just ask you because
In-
Facebook don't automatically accept friend requests, you know. So I'm gonna ask the question again.
Do I think
you,
I-
you need
No,
so
I
much
don't.
fake friends?
No,
so
I
why do you have
don't.
so much fake friends?
Why do I have Alright, at the time when me I accept all these friend requests, it was just basically what I was doing at the time. So I wanted to put myself out there, but after a while I like literally detached myself from social media. I personally detach myself from
You know, the reason why I use Facebook and not Instagram because I know most female nowadays use Instagram more than Facebook. Now, the reason why me use Facebook is it starts at Facebook, wherein attention start coming in, more and more attention start coming in from all angles. If you have attractive picture of yourself, you realize you have a lot of man start send a friend request. You genuinely know say yo, you hear me? They might not want to be no friend, but it's a friend request.
But then again, it's a dopamine hit, you know, you start to see all this attention coming in and you're not sure what to do with it. It's like you feel like your self-esteem is boosting, but really and truly it's the opposite. It's the opposite. And what I tend to realize these days, because I'm on Instagram, but I don't post anything on Instagram. The only thing I really post on Instagram is just my work. That's it, not my personal life or anything. And I don't even post my work on Instagram.
So in other words, you use social media.
I use social media, but yeah, exactly. So what I tend to realize when I follow certain people page, I look at certain people page, most of the content they post, it's just like, the dopamine hit. It's like, there's not much of a self-esteem here because what I tend to realize is most women nowadays, they're naked in the gram. And I'm like, while we are advocating that men should respect us and men should value us, are we really doing it for ourselves though?
You sexualize yourself as a female, and then when a man do it, it's a problem.
It's a problem. Like for me, I believe a man should respect a woman, but I do believe that a woman should give men something to respect. And these were things that I have to sit down and have harsh conversation with myself. Like, do you want to be a wife? Yes. Are you acting like one? No. So are you gonna start acting like a woman who wants to be a wife? What are you? But these are conversations I have to have.
I'm glad how you say it. Do you want to be a wife?
Yes, I do.
Are you submissive? All right. Moving on. Moving on. Moving on. Moving on. Moving on. Moving on.
The thing about it, yes, I can be submissive.
No, it's
and
not
I
something
will
that you click on and off.
No.
It's either
I
you are or
can
you're
be
not.
and I
No.
will be, but
No.
it comes with again compromising.
No,
and
it cannot
comes with
come with terms and
compromise. It
conditions.
comes with compromising.
No.
First of all, who am I submitting to? That's the key
Your
question.
husband.
Yeah.
Your husband. It
What
doesn't
am I
come with terms
submitting to?
No, you're submitting to your husband. It doesn't come with terms off. So you're gonna submit if he can provide this, if he can do this. If no, it's either you're a submissive person or you're not. It's either you're a feminine person or you're not. It's
I
one
am
or the other.
submissive.
So you have to be a submissive.
All right, so
I am submissive. I put myself in submissive position before. So yes, I am
in certain
submissive.
situations when you want to.
No, when I deliberately chose to be submissive to the wrong person, but for now, like, it kind of go take a little while for me really get back.
Don't get worse than
No, I'm actually working on it, working on myself. So,
all right, give me a second here. Question: do you submit to your boss at work?
do I submit to my boss at work? That's
Yes.
kind of tricky because
Do you openly challenge him when he speak when he gives you directives?
no, I don't.
Him or her?
No, I don't.
All right, great. Are you a Christian person? Do you go to church?
No, I don't go to church.
All right, great. So in the same way, right, that you are submissive to your boss at work, it's in the same way that you should be submissive to your man. But here's a challenge. The reason you're submissive to your boss is because if you don't do what the boss says, there are consequences.
The thing about it for me,
When it comes to submitting to your man at home, there is no repercussions in today's day and age, right? And it is not a case where you're all right. If you're forced to submit, that is not submission, right? It is something that you want to do, and it's part of your nature to be.
Natural.
This is why you get so much pushback when you said you can be, or you will be, or you choose to be, or you whatever. Being submissive, or being docile, or being complacent, or being cooperative, then, because these are all synonyms, is basically should be part of you, right? You shouldn't have to go to school to learn to be submissive, so to speak, or to be cooperative, then, because submissive is a toxic word for many ladies, you know, bro.
Yep.
Yeah.
Submission, toxic, you know.
I'm big some
Right.
go off now then Edwin and say that to them, man. How
Yes.
dare you?
I
So
mean,
all-
again, as I said,
And all we're saying is, just be cooperative,
most
just be somebody who we
look
can
at
talk to.
submissive
And we know, say, you know,
slavery.
Yeah, me know that
Because
negative thing.
especially like I've seen my mom, my father, like I've heard women say, I've seen where my father or my mother's husband like was like another child for my mother. You know, then kind of way, and another women like I don't want to go through that, where it's like they have to be their partner's mother in a one sense. So like a lot of women look at submission as you say, it's toxic, or a lot of women, it is for a lot of women, yes. But for me, my work is kind of different because I'm like my own supervisor and everything. I'm like the only person there, so I don't really understand governance.
Mr. It's a name bar.
yes, sir.
How far are they from a Bible?
Well, I have to go search it. There's someone nearby.
Yeah.
I have to step out of my office.
No, man, you have Google, you have to find the Bible if you have Google. You have
All right, Google, all right. Yeah, man, I have Google here, man.
I'm going to give you something. I'm going to read you out to our ear.
All right, go ahead. Yeah, man.
Right in Proverbs 24, verse 25.
Proverbs 24:25. All right, cool. Let's go. And it says, but it will go well for those who convict the guilty. The rich blessings will come to them. Unless that's the wrong one I'm looking for. That's the right one I'm looking at?
Oh.
Proverbs 24:25.
No, it should be 25, 24.
25:24.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Proverbs 25:24. All right, give me a second. Let me grab that. Come on, bro. Better than that. Better than that, man.
Destiny, mama look from me.
Oh, Lord. Gotcha. I that you go draw from a horse.
I don't mean, you know. We just a deliver a message still. But read it out to cover, make sure.
It is better to live in a corner of the housetop than in a house shared with a quarrelsome wife. I know, me say so. The Bible says so.
Again, I'm gonna say it again. Women only fuss about things they care about, and if the moment she stop fuss, you just know say that this Sophia.
And you know, say a time for man stop worry about some things a woman fuss about, because if is a case wherein and you just now can't please some people, and if you used to a certain, let me say, put it that way, if you used to a certain lifestyle and me come with something different and you're stuck in your ways, you never reset your brain before you move on from a relationship and a lifestyle where you used to, me come now with something different, then it might just cause one problem because you know want to adjust to this. So you don't have nothing to do with how well or what me really I do for you. And as I said, go back to earlier, if that person wants peace, that man should be able to provide that space for peace. that man can be providing that space, but the requirements that you have based on maybe past can't work.
I'm gonna say something to you to add to that. It's the compatibility. A lot of people don't measure compatibility. So yeah, we may have this. We like a lot of things and we have a lot of things in common, but that doesn't mean that we're compatible.
90% or more of people who they together have successful relationship, they're not compatible.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
How do you measure compatibility?
No, that is a very, very good question, and we can give a very, very easy answer as possible. Zane, by you measuring compatibility, it should mean in say just ABC, everybody understand. Me like red, you like red, or you like
That's
something
similarities,
close.
that's not compatibility.
Hold on, man. Me I get there to you. Me like red, you like red, or you like something close to red, right? Go again. Me like fish, you like fish. Two we like fish. Zane, me like relaxation, you like relaxation. We have an understanding of relaxation. You like to go out, me like to go out. We have an understanding of going out is concerned. That is us being compatible. There we can go on and one long ever list run out.
That's similarities.
Give me the first.
The thing about
give me
it,
the
what a
first
lot
one
of people do
compatibility.
not understand of compatibility is where your strength and weakness comes in. If your strength and weakness balances out my strength, because what you may be weak in, I maybe have the strength in it, and that's a great compatibility or balancing. Compatibility not have nothing to do with the favorite color, the favorite dish, the favorite this, and the favorite that. It's all about how can you compromise weakness and how you assess weakness and strength. A lot of people are not compatible. They have similarities, but they are not compatible.
But that is what I said, 90% or more of people in a successful relationship, they're not compatible. So it has nothing to do with you. No, they are not. They are not.
All right, so
me can meet you.
All right, let me
opposite of being compatible
which
with me.
balances out your differences, because people believe that compatibility is all the similarities.
So
that
it means
they have
me
in
strong
common.
and you weak. Then
it's not a matter of strong or
weak. We want something closer. It is not similarities. We go take out similarities out right then. We go take out me strong, you weak, so we balance it out then. Give me a different scenario then where you then use then to say, yo, alright, this is what more then use to say, yo, make me and this person compatible then. Give me a next one then. Take your time, man. You don't have to hurry. All right. I guess we can move on to me say still. But as me say still,
all right. So
90% or more, we're not compatible.
Listen, what do you say? I'm thinking about my answer. Wait for a bit. You were saying something, Mr. Nembard, while I'm thinking about.
Yeah, man. What I'm saying is, Zine, this whole thing about compatibility and all of these new terms and new phrases we try to use to generate who is good for who. Let me kind of open the world. 1 in 5 human beings on the face of this earth. I think it's 1 in 5. It's actually closer than that. It's like 1 in 4 people on the planet Earth is Chinese, right? The system we subscribe to, which is a Western system, we account for less than 17% of the world population, right? The things that we do, our belief system, we may think that what we do is what is practiced in most of the world because this is what we have come to believe, that the West is the world, right? A vast majority of the world live in a system where mother and father decides who marries their daughter, right? I happen to have a friend, she's from India. I speak to her on a regular on YouTube here, Zine. And she says she went to school. When she went back into to India where she was, her father said to her, "This man will be your husband," right? They have been married now for 15 years. She never loved him, she never liked him, they have nothing in common. But here what? She has a duty to her husband. You understand? And when her friends go in a fair house and see the things that she do for her husband, they're like, "No, me don't do that for no." Okay. Yeah, and she was like, her husband went into the bathroom and he came out and he just threw down the towel and she went and took it up and so on and so forth. And her friends were like, "No, sir, me not do that." her Western friends were like, that can't work. And she said, look, you understand what this man does for me? This man has bought me houses in about 5 different countries in the world, where I tell me, say, I don't have to work. What I do here on YouTube is my hobby. I asked his permission. He said, yes, go ahead and do it, and so on and so forth. So when we try to overcomplicate things and have these new catchphrases that we use and throw out, compatibility and our love languages and our all of that to complicate and all of that, this is not how majority of the world works. And the world is working without we are just a small corner of the world, but we don't realize that. We would think that what we believe is what the world believes.
True.
You know, so that's basically all I'm saying. Compatibility and all of that.
With my answer
Go back to duty.
She have her answer now.
All right, so you may be somebody that like you have creative ideas, you're very creative, but you're not sure how to like you have a business idea in mind, but you don't know how to really get it off the ground, versus a person that your partner knows how to make it work for you, help you to nurture it. That's compatibility there, because you have the creative idea and the person know how to build on that idea to make the idea become a reality. You know, that is a sense of compatibility, where you have that business aspect can work with you. Are the creative one, you are the builder, so we make it as a team to come together. That is a measure of compatibility. But back to what I said, the whole thing, having the favorite color, that's just similarities. We have similarities.
All right. So I'm going to agree
so
with you.
compatibility is like...
I'm going to agree with her on it. But what I want Chief to understand, right? Go back to the part again where me tell her all the while, say, majority go always rule. And if you have over 90% of people in a relationship that is not compatible, where in the scenario where you just paint, you won't always find it. In most cases it's not there. Then why would you want to waste time and try to find people that you think that you are compatible with? Because you can be so compatible with that scenario, perfect, but something as simple as you being in a house with that man and that man going to the restroom, lift up his lid pan the bowl, pee and leave it up. One big problem. One something go off in your head. Like every time you use the bathroom, me have to come back in, me have to take it back down for use it. Like me just can't get it. Like, come on, but get on compatible. So while you are looking at compatible, me I look on small things like that, where as a female,
should not be a piece of nagging. Should not be a piece of nagging.
Which part piece can ever in that?
When you know deliberately say, okay, she don't like when time I leave it toilet seat up, but you do it anyway.
All right, so I am gonna say this publicly. I can say this publicly. My wife knows by now I am very spiteful at times. However, I will. And I'm going to say it, I will deliberately use the restroom, leave the lid up. She figured it out by now that I will deliberately do it. She used to complain about it. Does she complain anymore? Nope, she stopped. Why she stopped? Because me outline it very simple and very clear. It's a 2-step process. Think about it. A man go inside. You are a female. You use the restroom. You're clean the restroom, you leave it. The man walk in, him lift you up. In urine, when him finish urine, him put it back down. That's a 2-step process, right? Scratch that. You leave the bathroom, you left it, lid down. Him going to use it, him lift you up, him pee. 1 step, right? You want to use the restroom, you walk in, you put it down, you pee. 1-step process, right? That is compatibility. That makes perfect sense. It's a 2-step process. Me do one because when me go in, me no pee. I'm know say your chances are you go sprinkle and catch a bowl, catch a rim, then you go come in and you go have to sit down pan here, go have to clean your for me, and me go have to clean your. So if you avoid that, me lift it up to make sure so that not happen. And when me done, me go my merry ways. When you want it for you, it's already clean. All you need to do is put it down. No. And that me I try to show. Simple things like that as a wife for you can cause a problem, and you might not see that as no big deal because you go say, but if you going to use what you can just simply put it back. Simple things like them, they can cause big problems.
Exactly as you said. Simple things as you, simple thing as you not putting it back.
Why me can't say as a man then say simple thing then? When you use it, when you put it down and use it, put it back up then. Because when me come in, me can just get to stand up and just pee. What if a man supposed to say that to you?
Then fine.
You really just said, how does that even make
Compromise.
sense? How would that make sense? How would that be
No, but
fine?
no, you're just using your wife example as you. For me, it doesn't matter how the toilet seats stay in my bathroom because me just go and just, as long as me go in my bathroom.
No, you're uncomfortable when you up and if you sit down. Come on.
No, me just simply pull it down. For me, it's not a big deal for me.
So if I know you that
if it
then, so why you challenge?
Are you simple bring up the example I'm saying?
But you
won't pass
challenge
up-
it.
What? Me challenge
Yeah,
it?
you literally sound like in a challenge it, and that's what I'm
Put it,
saying.
but you know, some women, I know it's a pet peeve for some women when they go up and they see the toilet seat up, they
So
go
does it make
live
sense
it.
to you? Based on what I just explained to you, I'm asking you now as a female, if you're living with a man, and as I stated, it's a 2-step process, just as I explained to you. Him walk in, him no want peep and him mess it up for you, come sit down pan. Him lift it up and him urine. When you walk in and you go use it, you carry it down, you pee. You do 1 step, him do 1 step. Split second, each one on the do. Walk in, put it on pee. Him walk in, lift you up pee. Why should that even be an argument or a problem if you go say, me tired of talk about and he not care because every time he go in about you, he uses something and he left it up like just something as simple as that. Do you think that would make sense? I'm asking you now as a female. Do you think that should be an argument for a female to have with their man, with a boyfriend or husband or whatsoever?
Not really.
No, not really. It's
Not
not an
really.
answer.
No, not really. But if it bothers you, it bothers you. The simple as is.
Why should that bother somebody?
Some people tolerance level are different, and we
So-
need to acknowledge that.
All right, so me acknowledge it then. So it's better than based on what you stated earlier. So it's better than for when me go in, me left it up. Zane, and when you go in now, as the female, you bring it down, you pee. When you pee, you make sure so you clean it back too, and you bring it back up. So when me walk in, me can just walk in like king, and just stand up and pee and walk out.
I mean, right,
make that up,
first thing first, like, I've never really had those issues because for some strange reason, I've always been lucky that it's always 2 bathrooms. You have your own, me have my own. So I've never really had that issue. But for me, it's not a big deal. For me personally, it's just not a big deal. Like, go in, use a bathroom, wipe it off, clean it. If me lock it down, I saw it. Sometimes I leave it up just the same. Sometimes I leave it down.
Whether you
depending on
believe yes or no,
But-
the simplest a crap. I mean, I have to say it, crap.
To you,
What
it's
our
crap, but to
females
some
make
women, it is little
But
things.
you're
Just like on the little things.
complain about that. Say yo, why every time you use, you bring it back down. You're not. We are using back.
Again, Jason, some people tolerance level are different.
You ever meet one man who complains say every time, and since a people tolerance level and it's not female, because I know you know like give female no hard time. Me know you by now.
You
Me, you know me no business fit better man or woman. Me attack it straightforward. Tell me one man where you know in at the time where you're on earth. What complains to you every time any woman use it, woman well I know say when they go in the go up here lift you up and she not when they lift you up one time. She ever they carry back down. Versus how much you hear woman make talk say how the man use the rest woman every time he use it. In carry with something and now put it back down. How much man ever hear make a complain about
I
that?
had an ex who used to complain about me not putting toilet seat down because me just used to just lift it up. When me wipe up everything, I just lift it up because he likes when it's down, but me like just
Oh,
lift
well,
it
it did
up.
work out with that one. Though. Are one of them are normally in touching the feminine side? Or in something the side? Alright, you can't answer. Move
Emotional side.
Mr. Nembar,
No,
I want to
no,
take this.
that relationship was like 4 years.
Mr. Nembar,
I'm paying keen attention, sir.
I want to take this time out for thank you, of course, take your time out for joining the program tonight. Respect the discussion, of course, and hopefully one day we can, join same way upon your side and thing. When you actually do your show, you do lives?
I haven't done lives in a couple of months because I don't have the space right now. But in the next 2 months or so, I'll be back on YouTube. I'm mostly over by TikTok right now, right? But I'll be over on YouTube, and then let's say February, March, I'll be back hosting my podcast and so on.
Or make you viewers know where them can actually find on the social media.
Yeah, man. So it's Mr. Nemard wherever you go. It's MR Nemard, just the way it is spelled there in the chat. MR Nemard. The same thing, Facebook, Instagram, everywhere. And it's the same kind of content. It's kind of content I have. I gear mine towards speaking to young men. Attacking sometimes young men to say, look, brother, pull up on a socks,
Speaks up
buckle up on a belt, and take the leadership role that you're supposed to have. It's God-given leadership role, because if you fail, the society fail, right? Because regardless of where you want to look at it, where you go and the principles that you put in place, women will follow you. They will identify you as a leader, and fall in line behind their chosen leader, right? So I basically so me see it. Empower the men so the women themselves can be empowered, right? So that is my message. But it's Mr. Nemad, all platforms.
All right, then respect our manners, same. All right, thanks again for joining, as me say. Hopefully one day you can reach panel here, so we'll be live. So if viewers them can get to see face, if them not get a chance to check out the content them.
Yeah, man, most definitely.
So
and I appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you having me here. So you don't know. As I said, I saw the content for the first time today. I was a friend of mine who gave me the link. So I check out your stuff and I'm like, this is where this is the kind of content, this is the kind of setting that I want to have as well. So you don't know anything already. We can do some stuff together.
Yeah, man.
So thank you so much for having me. But she was just about to die as well, so it's perfect timing.
All right, and say a word, man. Until next time, same way, man. Let's remember.
Yeah, man, definitely. Thank.
All right.
Yeah, man.
Any final thoughts for you, Kavin, before we go? Anything for the ladies?
It was a fun.
Ladies?
Any advice for the ladies? For the young ladies? Just love and protect yourself, and drink plenty of water and hydrate yourself. Ease off the alcohol. You need not to drink out your reproductive system and your organs.
Like that. Mystic, talk to it.
Well, I really want much to say now, but I just have to big up on myself when I join the show. I'm really burn out to help our work, so that's not too bad too. But big up on yourself, man, and thanks for whoever joining the show and things.
All right, so you don't know what they are.
It's okay, yeah.
For me, final stake is Mandem.
No word.
Yeah, hear me I say. When I really represent this whole boss bitch this and boss that and
I think that's a defense mechanism.
Yeah, means all about kings and queens. So king go and all up on your head, go and put in the work, try to be best version of yourself, continue try to evolve, you see me. Queen them wanna go and do things same way. They got a boss bitch mentality there and all them little foolishness there, you see me. Yeah, man and woman ain't come on earth for a reason. And we just left it right this account, you know what I mean? You know your thing going on.
Yeah, let this be your soft life era going forward.
So you don't know, thanks everybody who tune in once again. If you don't get to see live, you don't know, so you can tune in later on and watch the same way. Check out the other content them. Go and like, give video a thumbs up if you don't do it as yet. I'm not sure why we're not there and not do it as yet still, but before we go, man, just give one little thumbs up still before we run out. And remember to go and share content with all our relative them, contact them. Until next time, peace.
Ship for Less. We ship just about anything that you may want to have purchased overseas. Our rates are very competitive compared to all the, let's say, the name brand in the industry. We do free delivery in and around Montego Bay, on the outskirts of Montego Bay. You can visit our Instagram page at #ShipForLessJA, Facebook ShipForLessJA, or you can even visit our website at ShipForLessJA.com. We are located at 4 Sewell Avenue, which is more commonly known as Upper Deck. So for all the Montegonians, you should know where Upper Deck is located, and we're located off the steep hill on Top Road. Check out our webpage, complete our sign up, which is free, less than 2 minutes. Make sure and sign up.